Hello, welcome back to my Casio. If you're sub, I'm Ben, and today we're going to look at my favourite 10 watches under £500. So today I'm wearing the Seiko SKX. It's on a hybrid strap. It's really nice to have black dial, black bezel, black strap. It's the first time I've done it since sort of changing the bezel back to the black. Done a couple of changes and we've got a couple more changes still planned. So the first watch we're going to be taking a look at is this bad boy. This is the Casio A168WG/9EF. It's a bit of a long reference. I normally just call it my gold F91W. It's a fantastic watch, especially for someone who likes the simplicity and the size of the F91W, but just wants something a little bit more elevated. In a strange way, I think it actually works really well as a dress watch. It's simple, it's small, it's very understated. It slides right under the cuff of a shirt. Absolutely no worries. It's perfect. So one of my favourite aspects of the gold F91W is the backlit screen which it has, which is actually a pretty substantial upgrade to the standard F91's sort of corner light thing that's going on. They retail around £54, but you can pick them up slightly cheaper on Amazon. It's a watch I never really knew I wanted, but then once my girlfriend bought me one, I honestly kicked myself that I never had one sooner. So that is the Casio, the gold F91W. Okay, so the next watch we're going to be discussing is actually more than just a single watch, and that is just Swatch as a whole. I don't even know where to start with Swatch. There are so many that there really is something for everyone. I know I say that quite a lot about a few different things, but there is a ridiculous amount of choice. I don't think anyone that really knows how many models Swatch have actually made. My personal favourite is the Duck-ism. I'm going to go with the pronunciation there. I think they're really fun. They've got quite a classical British aesthetic to them. My favourite part of the watch has to be the knife and fork hands. They retail around £60. They're probably one of the only Swiss watches you'll find £100. Certainly the only one on this list for under £100. Although they are deceptively simple in design and construction, it's a watch that will be by your side for years to come. So I purchased one of these last year. This is a Timex Weekender chronograph. I ended up gifting it to a friend a couple of months later for his birthday, as he was sort of looking for one anyway. But as chronographs go, it's a pretty small package, which is really nice. It disappears into the cuff as well, which is fantastic. So again, you can wear it to work, you can wear it out to dinner. It's absolutely fine. And it's one of those watches, it doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's really simple, it's very elegant. So I picked mine up on Amazon for about 70 quid. I went for the blue dial with the brown NATO strap. I think there's a green one as well, which is very popular. That being said, the NATO is great, but I don't think I ever really wore it on the NATO. I had it on a Princess of Wales Royal Regiment NATO, which was absolutely delightful. Okay, so the next one on the list might be a little bit obvious, but I don't think you can really beat it for the price and for what you're getting. I am, of course, talking about the Casio GShock GA2100 series. More specifically, actually the red one. I feel that this is the most overlooked out of all the colours in the range. As you can see, it's very bright, it's very lovely, it's super striking. The stock photos do not do it justice. They are, as I said, it is a bit loud, but when you pair it with a nice monotonal outfit, it's just that perfect pop of colour. Retail, they're around £99. I think I paid about 67 on Depot Village. I had a coupon and they were in the sale. I know territory to territory, they can be a little bit tricky to find. To be honest, even at a little bit over retail, I still think they're absolutely worth every penny. So whilst it was very tempting to add the old SKX to this list, I wanted to go for something that's a little bit more overlooked. For me, it has to be the Seiko Mini Turtle. It boasts some significant upgrades on the SKX, including the movement and the bracelet, but more importantly, it keeps its ISO rating, unlike the new SRPD. It is a bit more expensive than even the Turtle, its bigger brother, and the SKX, but in terms of, I think, what you get and the overall package, I think it's definitely worth it. In terms of sizing, for me, the Mini Turtle is perfect. I tried it on last year and absolutely just fell in love with it. We'll definitely be adding one to the collection very soon. It's somehow a bigger watch that looks smaller, that has twice the presence of the SKX. It doesn't make sense to me either, but I'm gonna roll with it. Okay, so the next watch is a very firm favorite here at my Casio for your sub. It is, of course, the Lunar Pilot. The Lunar Pilot line is a very popular range already. However, I think some people don't give them a chance due to their size. It is large, but it's certainly manageable. Biggest debate, however, I think comes, where do you go for the bracelet or do you go for the NASA strap? For me, they're both wrong. The best way to go with the Lunar Pilot is the high polished version. The stock straps are crap. They are horrific. The first thing you should do if you buy one, take it off, throw the strap in the bin and put it on a nice mesh bracelet like this. It's not really a combo I would normally go for, and it has that kind of Speedmastery 60s vintage kind of thing. Of all the watches I've owned, this watch with this combination by far had the most compliments. So we are carrying on with our theme of the larger size watches. The next watch up is the GShock Mudmaster. This is the British Army version. Until this version came out, I was very much team orange, team bright orange strap. Absolutely fantastic. I think they look amazing. However, I think the British Army version, just with the camo, just really instills the essence of having a G-Shock and what they're all about, and that kind of do anything, go anywhere sort of rugged mentality. I first became aware of this watch after seeing musician John Mayall wearing one on stage. He wears them all the time on his show Current Mood, that's on Instagram as well. And if you take a look at the caliber of his collection, you really know that this can hold its own against them. And I mean, everyone should have a G-Shock. So following on from the Mudmaster, we have the Hamilton Khaki Mechanical Build. It's a very long name. It's a very good watch. I love the Cartier line of watches. I think they're some of their best watches in their categories. However, the one I've chosen today is the black PVD version. This really embodies that sort of stealthy special forces sort of vibe. It initially makes me think of sort of Navy SEALs in Vietnam or the SAS storming the MC in London. The standard khaki is fantastic, and I loved owning my military issued one from the Gulf War era. But for me, this black version just really blows me away. I tried one on again a couple of months ago, and it was so hard not walking out of the dealer with one on my wrist. So this may be the most unique and the most underrated watch on the list, in my opinion. This is, of course, the Mundane Stop to Go. The Stop to Go is modelled off of the famous Swiss railway clock and features a rather unique complication. For me, this watch is cooler than anything else on the list, and the sole reason for that is the seconds hand. Just like its Swiss railway clock counterparts, the second hand goes around for 58 seconds. At this point, it stops at the 12 o'clock for 2 seconds, allowing the minute hand to jump forward a minute and then carries on. It's totally absurd and it's absolutely captivating. The modest size and the simple design really make it the perfect avant-garde dress watch as well. And again, it's sort of at the top of our budget, but if you're looking for something a little bit special and a little bit different, the Mundane is definitely the way to go. So the last one on our list, where can we go from here? Well, I've decided to go vintage. For me, at this price range, the Mr. Cartier Tank show fantastic value proposition, and at £500, I know that's pushing the limit a little bit. It is sort of it is the last watch. You can find a bargain for a little bit under. I've seen them go for around £350, all the way up to almost £2,000. More classical the dial, typically the higher the price. However, again, you do get some bargains around, especially on the quartz ones. And actually, I really do like some of the quirky designs that you wouldn't see on a normal Cartier tank. If you were after something a little different and a little bit vintage, then it's definitely worth something looking into. Okay, so that has been my top 10 watches under £500. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. It's incredibly helpful, and we will see you in the next video.